Well, just days after 13 Investigates uncovered skyrocketing test numbers at an Indiana crime lab, we've got new data that shows the arrests of felons across our state, leading to more DNA matches, even a break in a rape case.
Tonight, our 13 Investigates reporter Sandra Chapman has the new results linked to Indiana's DNA profiling law.
Did not anticipate it would be this dramatic in effect.
New data shows 72 DNA hits as a result of a new state law requiring anyone arrested for a felony to provide a DNA cheek swab. The data comes just days after a 13 Investigates report which revealed 12,000 new DNA samples were added to the state's CODIS database, the Combined DNA Index System. Between January and March, we found the number of DNA tests skyrocketing from 1,100 to 4,200 samples a month. But Indiana State Police could not provide specifics about the impact on crime.
We don't have the case information on the different cases that are involved. Anecdotally, they tell us, but is there something where we're logging and keeping a scorecard, for lack of a better way to put it? We don't have that level of tracking of information.
Until now. According to Burston, the ISP lab pulled together the information for lawmakers like Representative Greg Sturwald, chairman of the House Judiciary Committee. One of the first hits was for an unsolved 2016 rape case.
Extremely pleased and a little bit amazed.
Boone County prosecutor Todd Meyer also reacted, saying, "I can only imagine the relief the victim in that case will feel when she gets the call that her case has been solved. Because of this law, her rapist will be taken off the streets and sent to where he belongs, prison," Meyer said. In addition to matching people, the DNA is being tied to evidence in cold cases and pending criminal investigations. According to the lab, there were 126 hits to DNA samples within CODIS from unsolved crime scene evidence. 9 of those hits are case-to-case matches, meaning they could be separate investigations with matches from one or more police agencies. 117 are new evidence profiles put into the system that match offenders already in the system.
This is going to have an incredible effect on not only solving crimes, but also exonerating some people who may be wrongfully incarcerated.
At least 44 different counties have had a DNA hit during the first quarter of the year, and the increased testing has generated another 23 hits between Indiana and other states. Again, tonight, it's unclear exactly who ordered the lab to release this data following our report, but it will be interesting to see how the numbers progress throughout the year. Ann, back to you.
All right, thank you, Sandra.